and welcome back to Let's Play Jak and Daxter. Last time, we cleared out Sentinel Beach, taking the life of one bird and giving life to another.
Hurry up with those power cells. I'm waiting at the head of Fire Canyon, at the top of the cliff behind the farmer's house.
Kira, I've got other things to do. We gotta go to the Misty Isles first. I actually didn't know there was a second cutscene there. Again, Let's Playing games is just an opportunity to learn so many new things. Anyways, following up the power cell we got from the fisherman, we can now use his boat to travel to Misty Isles in what is pretty obviously a masked loading screen, but it is very organically done. You kinda appreciate it. Gives you a moment to reflect on the journey thus far, even though it's just started. And there we go, we're at the Misty Isles, where the game began and where Daxter's problems also began. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to reverse his fate here at this particular moment in time, or ever, if you know anything about this series. But hey, let's not get ahead of ourselves here.
This place gives me the creeps! And trust me, it's a whole new experience when you're covered in fuzz!
Oh, Daxter, you're just complaining a little bit. Anyways, we've got those seesaws there that allow us to get up to a higher point, like a high jump, though it doesn't really get used too much. Anyways, these guys, they looked intimidating in the opening cutscene, but they're really quite easy. You just have to hit them once and then hit them again immediately after. Hey, what's that over there?
Hey, I see the sculptor's muse!
So, that is indeed the Muse. I believe that is what it is called, or like its actual name, and not just a nickname that the guy came up for it. Oh, whoops, was a little inside that guy. If you don't take him out quick enough, he will eventually get his helmet back, and you'll have to throw him off balance once again. We've got these giant rib bones on the isle that we can break to create new platforms. As long as you hit these lurker guards as soon as possible, you don't really have to worry too much about them being a problem. Oh. No! Oh, God. That's okay, that's okay. If you're fast enough, you can very easily catch the Muse right there. I just kind of screwed up because I hit something. Heading over this way. I'm not too worried about catching it right away. I want to collect as many things as I can to make sure I don't miss them. Alright, and let's see here. Should be able... Nope. That little jump it made right there threw me off. Whoop. Okay. And... Come on. We almost got it. This thing can be a little catchy to, or tricky to catch. Oh, whoops, fell. I'll get it, I'll get it. I'm doing this pretty poorly, unfortunately. Sometimes I get this thing right away, sometimes it gives me a little bit of trouble. This is one of those days where it's giving me a bit of trouble. But with this, we should be able to catch it now. There we go. Not too bad, not too bad. Now we have a few options on where to explore here. What we're going to do right now is we're going to go back this way. You probably noticed all that blue eco over there. Don't worry, most levels in Jak and Daxter have a very circular design, so going through them in their entirety, if you go one direction, will eventually loop back around to the other direction that you could have gone. I just want to make sure I don't miss any Precursor orbs here. One thing that you can do is use your first-person view just to get a good lay of everything. The game, both in the PS2 version and the PS4 version, has a very generous draw distance, so you should be able to see anything in the distance that you missed. Heading over this way, got another lurker to take out. Hopefully get a little bit more health now. Yeah, it takes a while to restore your health. Let's kill this guy, but you probably noticed this right down here.
Let's plow into those balloon lurkers and shred them!
So yes, we have balloon lurkers lurking around this area. This is also our first opportunity to use the anti-gravity zoomer. The thing that we're going to be using... Hey, got some health back. The thing that we're going to be using to get through Fire Canyon. The zoomer has very simplistic controls. When you are driving along, obviously you just press X to accelerate. You can also hold the square button as an e-brake, which will slow you down while you're accelerating, or help you come to a complete stop if you aren't holding the acceleration. Oh, whoops.
Head, shred the lurkers, Jak. Not the mines! Rule number 1, always avoid the mines!
I'm trying my best here, Daxter. Give me a break. Anyways, so when you're making tight turns, it's a good idea to hold the square button while turning, so you can make them a little bit sharper and not overshoot things. Hit this guy right here. And you probably noticed I'm doing a little hop here. You can press the L1 or R1 buttons to do a quick hop, which is very important for making big jumps. You actually need it for surprisingly little in the game, but there are a couple of power cells involving the zoomer that you do need to know how to hop it in order to get them. Or at the very least, it is very difficult to get them if you don't know how to hop it, and there's only a couple points where I'm pretty positive you can't get them at all. Alright, so there's gotta be one more balloon lurker out here. There he is. Unfortunately, when they're up in the air like that, you just have to wait for them to come down, so we'll just, idle around here a little bit, and where is he? There he is, he's coming down now. Alright, just go for the center, hop into him. Sometimes, due to the bobbing that they do when they're going up and down, it is possible for them to actually be just barely over your zoomer if you're not hopping, so that's why I always like to do a little hop into them. Get our power cell there, very nice, very nice. Of course, we've also got a power cell to collect for grabbing the muse.
Good! You stopped all the mind-dropping lurkers. They've been threatening the waters around our village for weeks. Bring your zoomer back to the chance pad, and I'll teleport it back.
Alright, we got a variety of trophies there in addition to our power cell, and we've helped out the village. Go us, go us. Now, there's a couple things we need to do over here. First off, we just want to... Ah, man, I missed it. That's not a big deal, though. You do want to take that by just going right off and not hopping. Otherwise, you will overshoot the line of Precursor orbs. Unfortunately, I was just a little bit off-center there. One thing to note about the zoomer that I forgot to mention is that there is no reverse function for it. You have to make every adjustment by going forward. You cannot just come to a stop and then hold the square button to back up, which is a little frustrating. Not a big deal most of the time, but there is no reverse, so if you're thinking I could make adjustments that way, I unfortunately cannot. Alright, that is the last Precursor orb we got. Now we've got that last power cell there. You can get that power cell without hopping, but you have to make your way off of the bridge very, very fast in order to do that. It is much better to just hop into it, allowing us to easily get that line of Precursor orbs and then get the power cell in the air. Jak and Daxter come to a complete stop in the air to celebrate their obtainment of said power cell. There we go, there we go. Now we can just dock the zoomer. When you want to get off the zoomer, you just head back to this pad here, and once you go over it, Jak will just automatically get off of it. There we go. Now we can get on with the rest of Misty Isles. There's still quite a bit to do here. One thing to note is that if you've gotten the other scout flies in this area, you want to be careful when going for that one power cell or those lines of Precursor orbs, because when you collect the power cell from the scout fly, you come to a complete stop. What the heck? Well...
I was right behind you, Jak!
Okay, that's not one of the worst ones. Well, I needed to show that off eventually anyway. When you die due to losing your health, in most areas, Daxter will make a very snide remark at your failure there. That was kind of embarrassing. The spin attack does not have quite the reach it visibly looks like it does when you use it, so you do have to be careful when dealing with lurkers, and often it is generally better to use the lunging punch attack to take care of them. Once again, we have a couple options on where to go here. I'm going to go this way since I feel it's the most effective way to go about things. Let's get our Precursor orbs over here, and we've got another power cell right out in the open. Now we have the obligatory Donkey Kong barrel section that you have to put in your platformer game. So let's get over this, and these come in a very simple pattern. There will be two ones that are just rolling along the ground, and then one that is bouncing. Very rarely will this pattern switch up. Along the way, we will of course have some boxes to break, some scout flies to collect. You may have noticed that in one of the crates we actually got a large cluster of green eco. Large green eco clusters immediately give you a hit point back. You do not see nearly enough of these in the game. It is very, very rare that you see them. Funnily enough, when they do come up, you often see them pretty frequently. Which is, I don't exactly think was a great design decision, but whatever, that's what they decided to do. Anyways, heading over this way, we've got another cannon. Let's punch this guy's lights out, and then take this guy out as he comes down. One thing to note is that when you're doing the spin attack in air, it lasts much longer than it does on the ground, so that's a way to kind of extend the hitbox.
I have to admit, I'm impressed. You two didn't screw up. Now that the lurkers can't open that silo, they can't flood the world with dark eco and cause untold destruction. Wipe that ridiculous grin off your face, Daxter. The two of you have plenty to do. Get on with it.
Well, once again, you're welcome, Samus. But as I was saying, when you're descending from a jump, the spin attack generally lasts a bit longer, so that's a sort of a way to extend its hitbox. Anyways, now we have control of the cannon, and there are some metal crates down in what this looks like an arena here. So we can just charge up some bombs, blow up all those crates, and once we get a chance to go down there, we can collect those. kind of feel like there might be a trap down there. What was I gonna say? If you want to, you can jump down there from here and just slow your fall with a spin attack, but I'm not going to do that. Now, we can get into a different section of the level by jumping down here, the little diving board point to kind of make it a little bit obvious there. Now that we've done that, we've looped back around to the start of the level, so I actually want to go back a little bit here and collect some stuff.
Because I don't think we'll make it back.
Yes, this area is quite rich in bottomless pits with the mist that's around. I'm just heading this way to see if there's anything that I missed. Let's punch this guy, then punch again, or maybe just punch into him and have to do a spin attack. Let's knock over this rib, and now we want to collect a bunch of this blue eco here. Let's grab this one, make our way over here, get this one, drop down here. Whoa, 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 what? Oof. Okay, that was scary. Didn't know that there was a platform down there. That kind of screwed me up, though. Now I have to, hey, wipe that grin off your face. What the heck is going on here? This guy's causing me all sorts of trouble. Sometimes enemies have a tendency... Give me a break, Daxter. It was Jack's lock-on that went into the dark eco box. Sometimes enemies are rather frustratingly placed on platforms that are above or below you, which can make it a little difficult to get onto them. That's a big problem here with these enemies that not only knock us back when we hit them, they also take 2 hits to defeat. Over here, with the blue eco charge in tow, we can power up this platform and get over to this power cell right out in the open again. We're just collecting these so quickly. Now, unfortunately, while we're doing our little celebration here, the platform is still moving, so it moved back. We have to wait a little bit just for it to come back for us, but now we've got it, and we can return. No big deal, no big deal. Still got some other things to check out, though. You might have noticed that different kind of eco over there. It looks red. We'll be grabbing that momentarily. We want to head over this way first, because there's another scout fly box that I have not yet collected, so let's get this blue eco to power itself up. One thing to note about eco when you're first grabbing it is that it will cause Jack to leap into the air. That can actually be something of an annoying problem when it happens. Be very mindful of that. Always account for the little leap he does when he grabs eco for the first time. Speaking of grabbing eco, we'll grab this some more, get a little bit of speed, make it easier to collect those precursor orbs in the air. Sometimes it's not as easy as you'd hope to get that clean leap that allows you to grab it all in one go. Now, over here, we can finally grab this red eco. Red eco, what the heck?
Eco makes your attack stronger.
Okay, Daxter, let me explain what the red eco does. Red eco is a bit weird. As Daxter said, it does make your attack stronger. Anything that takes 2 hits to kill will instead take 1 when you're powered up with red eco. Another weird effect that it has is that it actually extends the range of your spin attack, allowing it to reach much farther than it normally does. Red eco is very rarely used in the game, so we won't get too many opportunities to play around with it, and it seems like...
We remember what happened the last time we were here.
Well, I mean, oh, yeah, I know what you mean. Don't worry, Daxter. I don't think, your situation can get any worse than it already is. Now, we just want to run along the side of this arena here in order to grab all these precursor orbs, and then once we've gotten them, we can head to the center.
It's an ambush, Jack! It's an ambush!
Nah, this is a massacre. So, now we have a bunch of lurkers coming in, and we can just take them out no problem. Most of them drop green eco, but sometimes they'll drop red eco, giving us that extended spin attack I was talking about. Very rarely will lurker guards also drop in this fight. There we go, get the extended spin attack. But that doesn't come up too often. Sometimes you don't see any of them, it's just weirdly random. Let's grab that. So mostly what we're doing with the red eco here is just enjoying the increased range that the red eco affords us. Yeah, this is one of the times that I got through this fight without any lurker guards showing up. Naturally, when they do show up, the double attack power of the red eco does help out a little bit, but that was not a factor at all.
Gives me the willies. Let's keep you out of the use, okay?
But that wasn't a factor at all in this attempt of the fight. I'm not sure why it's random. There are a few things in this game that don't have consistent patterns like you'd expect, and it's kind of strange, but whatever. Kept it nice and simple for me. Now, we have the dark eco pool that Daxter dropped into and got turned into a rodent. What happens when Jack drops into dark eco? Well, he is just immediately vaporized, so yeah, try not to let that happen. Not that it's a big deal most of the time. Actually, one of the funny things about this game's health system is that because it is so hard to actually restore your health without dying in the process, very frequently it can just be easier to just let yourself get killed and then take the respawn in order to get your health restored. Just a cacophony of noise while I'm describing things. One thing I've been noticing about the PS4 version is that the audio is a lot louder than it is in the PS2 version. Not sure what the deal is with that. Anyway, coming along here, I don't think Red Eco... Oh, okay, not quite, but for the most part, Red Eco doesn't affect your lunging punch. It doesn't extend the range of it or anything, though it does still enjoy the double attack power bonus, obviously. As you can see, we've wrapped around once again. We're on the other side of that ship that we were on before. You probably noticed that bridge that I collected some Precursor orbs off of. This is where that bridge connects to. Get our Scout Fly power cell here. Doing pretty good, pretty good. Had a couple of unfortunate deaths, one of them intentional at least in this part so far, but I think this is going pretty good. Now something that's very easy to miss over here is a beach with some Precursor orbs and a bunch of blue eco. You of course want the Precursor orbs for 100%, but getting the blue eco here also helps out a ton with getting more Precursor orbs over here. Let's knock over this rib and then move very quickly. It is possible... Oh!
Those dark eco boxes are bad news!
Daxter, I'm sorry, the auto-targeting, it just forces me. But yeah, Dark Eco Box is quite annoying. Sometimes they're mixed into areas where you're just going to be doing a lot of action, and it's so easy to bust them open and hurt Jack for one bit of health. Alright, I'm pretty sure I know where I missed a Precursor orb, but otherwise, we are ready to leave the level. We've gotten all the power cells, Sans returning the Muse to the Sculptor, and let's see, we just need 3 Precursor orbs, so let me look around real quick. As I suspected, it was when I was chasing the Muse that I missed 3 Precursor orbs, but luckily we were heading back this way anyway, so it was no big deal to go back and collect them. Now, with that taken care of, we can return to the beach, go give the Muse back to the Sculptor, and also, we have so many Precursor orbs right now, we're now able to make the trade with the Precursor Oracle, so let's return to Sandover Village. We'll start with the Sculptor, because he seems to be just beside himself.
Oh, my Muse! You saved her! Oh, you really are the best. Here, take this power cell. I won't need it now that I have my inspiration back.
Thank you very much, dude, although I'm not sure how this inspired you. At least not in the same way that the Muse does. Anyways, now with that taken care of, we've got another set of trades to do in Sandover Village. Hey, Oracle, I've got all the orbs that you desire. Boy, you're so greedy in comparison to the villagers.
For your gift, another power cell is yours.
Alright, that's 1 power cell collected. Of course, he has 2 for us, and we have more than enough orbs to obtain the second one.
You have proven yourself worthy. Here is a power cell.
We have proven ourselves worthy by being rich. Now, critically, one thing to note on is that we still have 130 Precursor orbs. This will help us out when we get to the next hub area, because there is one purchase that we need to make when we get there in order to fully complete that area for all its collectibles, and we need 90 Precursor orbs in order to make that purchase. But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Now that we have all the Precursor orbs, or not the Precursor orbs, but all the power cells in the areas around Sandover Village, of course we've got everything in Sandover Village, we've got everything in Sentinel Beach, we've gotten everything in the Forbidden Jungle, and we've gotten everything in the Misty Isles. We are now ready to head into the Fire Canyon and make our way to the next hub area of the game, where there's also a bevy of collectibles for us to get. Fire Canyon is a much shorter, sort of interconnecting level compared to what we've been doing so far. As you can see, Kira has already moved over to the zoomer pad here. She'll move here once you have collected all the necessary power cells. So, when we come back, Fire Canyon will be our next objective, and beyond it, Rock Village. As always, I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, though, goodbye.
I don't dispute the doubts you've outlined, but it's my right to waste your time.